So how do you see Elon Musk in all this? I mean, because basically what he's doing is he's essentially gutting the federal government, which is in line with what they want. And in some ways, they're arguing about creating something akin to what Andrew Jackson did, the spoil system, except modern style. Everybody's in there who's a political appointee who's loyal to Trump, as Andrew Jackson wanted it back in the early 19th century. So what's going on with that?
Yeah, I think Musk is interesting. He's not contemplated in the original mandate for leadership document because at the time he was still outside the, not he's Trump friendly, but Trump curious, but not all the way in. I think they have managed to use him as a vessel, sort of like Trump. They have sort of directed him in the direct of where they want him to go and to destroy what they want to destroy, and he has done that. Not always exactly the same things. For example, he, Project 2025 proposes reworking USAID but not abolishing it. Musk basically destroyed it to start off, and I think that's basically for political reasons more than anything. They're really explicit about that spoils question. I mean, they say we understand why the civil service was established in the 1880s. We understand that there were abuses, but this is just too bad. It's too much of a problem. It's too much of a problem to have people who will not report to the president. They're lazy. They never leave. They're not accountable. And so we need to return to a spoils system where, in fact, people are answerable to the president so they'll actually do what he wants.
Well, let's deal with the issue of racism. Now, all throughout the document, I sort of say that DEI is essentially a new way to use the N-word, frankly, and except, politically correct, if you will. And this has been going on since the Nixon administration when they changed their attacks to affirmative action from, outright, early 1950s Ku Klux Klan type racism. And I'm just curious how you see that part of it because they're out to destroy the Great Society and the New Deal, and in place put this vision of America in motion, which they seem to be working assiduously in a blitzkrieg type fashion doing. So how do you see the issue of race in all this?
They talk about DEI. They also talk about wokeness, which they never define. And I think it's a really effective political approach. They understand that there's a backlash against DEI and particularly against wokeness, especially if you don't say what that is. It's much easier to have a backlash against it that way. And they use it a little bit as the sort of tip of the spear to get into a lot of other things. So, the way they want to rework the entire apparatus of civil rights, I think, is remarkable. And it's not just kind of destroying it from the inside, but it's kind of subverting